Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse review. This time I have the classic Superman. Figure retails for $19.99 to $22.99. I found mine at a GameStop for $19.99. And the figure comes with a flight stand, no regular stand, the trading card, and three sets of hands, which we will take a look at now. Starting with the card. There's the card. If you notice, it's not showing the trunks. Just want to point that out. Then there's a very long read up on the back of this one. Give you a second to read that. Okay. And then, obviously, he has the flight stand here. We're going to leave him in the flight stand for right now. And he's, like I said, got three sets of hands. I appreciate that. So you got some very relaxed hands by my index finger, and by my ring finger, you have some kind of open, grabby, like I'm going to get you hands. Now, it's not obvious just from looking at these, but these are way too large for this particular body mold. I don't know why they didn't make new hands if they were going to include, three sets of hands, but that's not here or there. Package is what you expect, so, nothing new there. But there is the barcode if you're looking for one of these in the wild. And now let's get him off of this flight stand and we'll take a look at the figure. Not sure if I'm going to keep him with the flight stand or if I'm going to give it to a different figure in my collection. Ow, just poked myself when I was fixing his elbows. Alright, and here is Superman off of the flight stand and out of the box. And for a lot of people, this is their Superman figure. Like, this is the one that they're like, yep, this is it. For me, I don't think I can say that. First of all, I love the colors. The bright light blue, the yellow, the red that has no orange tint to it. It all looks good here. It's a very good colors way. It's very Superman, very classic. The head sculpt is a smiling Superman head sculpt that's not creepy or weird. The cape, I don't mind that cape. Looks good. The torso logo also looks good. It is, as you can see, 3D. And it's a bit square for my liking, but I like it. It's good. You know, the boots here look good, although there's two chevrons instead of just one. Whatever. I could care less. But the main complaint I have with this figure is the hands are too big and the trunks. The trunks, they could have easily swapped these out. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe it was just where the molds are stored. It was easier to remold this one. I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't completely detract from the classic look to me. Like, if you cover this up, it's fine, but seeing that Superman logo there reminds me of like Brandon Routh's Superman. Not the CW one where they made him actually really well written, but the movie Brandon Routh. But I was considering using this for a custom Christopher Reeves Superman. I thought that would be a good kit bash. Just getting a new head, popping it on there. There you go, and change out the shorts. But anyway, and the hands. Let's take a look at these hands. You can't tell me that that's not oversized. Like, that's so bad. That is so huge. And just so you can see the other hands on here, we have the flight hand. It's still big, but I think I could get away with this one. Like, it's still a massive hand. It's, as big as his face, if not bigger. Like, look at that. It's insane. And then you have the kind of grabby looking hands. This one doesn't want to go in on this wrist peg, but, there's his grabby hand, which I think you could also get away with this one in certain poses, but, it's still way too big. So I'm probably just going to leave the fists on him. None of the other hands I have in my collection really work. I have like the Bane hands. I have the extra 2-pack Atomic Skull Superman hands, but they just don't fit these wrist pegs. And like from this angle, I don't think the hands look too bad. Like you could hide how big the hands are pretty easily, I would say. They're still too big, but I can deal with it. Looking at this head sculpt, I think it's good. It's not too creepy. I think this side looks a little bit better than this side. I think it's just, it looks like he's got mascara on this side, and I ain't feeling it. But the rest of this Superman looks good here, and just a little bit of dry brushing of a darker blue on his thighs, his arms, and his torso. This would really bring out the muscle details. Now on camera, it's a lot. It kind of looks like it's dry brushed when it's on this camera here. That's just because of my lighting setup, as you can see, where I can mess with where the shadows are on the camera. But Superman here, overall, pretty good. I like it. Good color scheme. I enjoy it. And glad to add this to the collection, even if I don't need a third Superman. Anyway, this Superman here stands at about almost 7.5 inches tall. That reminds me, I need to go grab my other Superman real quick. So let me go ahead and bring in the Trinity, just so you guys can get an idea of how these three look together. See, this is the part in the video where I'd actually cut it out if I had that capability. Anyway, there's the Trinity with classic Superman here. It looks good. Wonder Woman, still too tall. Superman is slightly shorter than Batman, but you also have to remember that he's on a stand and he's not. And with the stand, they're about the same height. But for a lot of people, this is their Trinity. And I think that's perfectly acceptable. Perfectly good. Some of the best Mcfarlane's made. Now, let's go ahead and see how he looks next to my other two Superman figures. The one I just got off of the shelf, Platinum Chase Superman #1, which uses the infected body. And my personal favorite Superman, the Atomic Skull 2-pack Superman. Atomic Skull 2-pack Superman is just slightly taller and is about the same height as the infected body. Proportionally, though, I wish that these legs came in this color so I could swap them, because this figure is kind of a leaner buff Superman and this one's a thicker, more muscular Superman, and these legs would look better over here and vice versa. I would do that, but obviously the colors don't match, and I'm fine with this as is because of how they match up with the rest of their Justice League. And of course I had to get Platinum Chase Superman in here, which is probably still my favorite overall look. But yeah, 3 good Superman figures, and you'd be fine with any of them, really. You can head swap between these. This head didn't look too bad on this body. This head looked a little too big on this body, and this head is way too big for either of those. So, there you go. All right, let's see how this Superman looks next to some other figures from some other lines, starting off with... Actually, we'll stay with Mcfarlane for a minute. Here's Atrocitus. Gotta have him in there. And then, ooh. There we go. We got Arkham City Gold Label Batman. The Mattel WWE Elite 100 John Cena. The AEW Unrivaled Samoa Joe. The Jazzwares Halo Spartan Yoroi from the Halo Spartan collection. And then we got some 6-inch lines. So Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black. G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback. Rearrange them. And of course, we have Tobey Maguire Spider-Man for Marvel Legends. So yeah, as I said, good Superman figure. Only complaints are the hands, but that's an easy fix. And the trunks, which isn't as easy of a fix, could be easily done. It's a good body mold. I wish Mcfarlane would reuse like the midsection, the legs, and the upper arms. I could absolutely see this being reused on other characters. Other figures would really look good with this particular musculature. All they would have to remold is, the wrists here, the upper body, and the lower legs. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this Superman. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.